Assalamu alaikum. My name is Dr. Hassan Akbar and I am a clinical physiotherapist by profession. This video is going to be very important for the undergraduate students that it can help them in the clinical decision making. At the end of the video, you will be able to differentiate between the articular dysfunctions and non-articular dysfunctions with the help of CDX model. So let's start our video. In order to differentiate between the lesions caused by the articular dysfunctions or non-articular dysfunction, CDX divides the elements into two components. The number one is non-contractile and the second one is contractile. In the non-contractile elements, he placed bones, joint capsule, ligament, bursa, fascia, dura mater and nerve roots. And in case of the contractile elements, muscles and tendons. After categorizing the elements into the contractile and non-contractile element, CDX check the response of the active and passive movement in both the cases. In case of non-contractile element, if the lesion is caused by the non-contractile element that include bones, joint capsules, ligaments, active and passive movements are restricted in the same range and in the same direction. For example, in the case of the shoulder external rotation, active external rotation at the shoulder joint is restricted at the same range where the passive external rotation at the shoulder joint is restricted and painful at the same point. But in the case of contractile element, for example, active and passive movements both increases pain. In case of contractile element that include muscles and tendons, the active and passive movements they also increase pain, but they are restricted in the opposite direction. It means the active external rotation at the shoulder joint, if it is restricted at the 70° and becoming painful at the 70°, then the passive external rotation that is not painful at the same point. But we can say that the internal rotation, external rotation ki opposite, internal rotation that is restricted at the same point but in the opposite direction. So if we can differentiate the contractile and non-contractile elements with the help of an example. So capsules, from that you can infer an example in the case of non-contractile element, that is adhesive capsulitis known as frozen shoulder. And in case of contractile tendons, you can take an example of supraspinatus tendinitis. In case of rotator cuff, the active and passive movements are restricted in the opposite direction but painful at the same point. But in the case of non-contractile like adhesive capsulitis, active and passive movements both are restricted at the same point and at the same range. Thank you.